What's up, guys? It's Collin. We'll be talking all about some of the major signs your reptile may be feeling a little off or having a health issue. So number one would be we look at respiratory issues. These are most common in the fall and early winter months, but red flags for this would be audible wheezing. So if you can hear a gasping or a wheezing or any signs of what sounds like a mucousy congestion, especially with snakes, this is very common in the fall and winter to have respiratory issues, especially if they have insufficient heat. So hearing that audible wheezing or gurgling sound, that can be a red flag. Second thing with this respiratory stuff can be a mucus-like or a watery discharge from the nose or mouth. Can often present as drainage out of the nose or drooling. That can be a major sign as well. A lot of times if they open their mouth to yawn, it can look slimy or mucousy inside. So that would be things to look out for as far as respiratory stuff. As far as general other health issues you want to keep an eye on, unusual lethargic behavior outside of brumation, that can be an issue to look out for. So if your animal's already brumated for the year and it's just seems off, you definitely want to make sure either contact your local qualified herp veterinarian. And of course, we always recommend before you go that route, if it's not an emergency, check your lighting, check your husbandry, check your temperatures. Those three major things can resolve a lot of these issues. Second thing would be if you're seeing any noticeable major skin issues, cuts, burns, scrapes, broken bones, broken limbs, twisted arms, things like that. Those things all generally probably need to immediately go to a veterinarian. So if you're experiencing those issues, you want to go ahead and take them. Another thing that people don't often consider, but that can quickly turn into an emergent situation, is eye problems. Very important for like turtles and things like that. They can get eye issues very easily, especially if water conditions are kept poorly. So you want to be on the lookout for eye issues. That can be a major thing as well. Shedding problems we often run into, but most of the time in most situations, as long as it's caught early, those things can be taken care of at home with remedies like soaking and humidity adjustment and things like that. But then again, that ties all back into the husbandry thing as well. Another common issue with captive reptiles, unfortunately, especially insectivores, it can be accidental poisonings. So please make sure that you're not feeding them anything that's inappropriate for them. So like for your veggie eaters, don't feed them things that can be toxic like mushrooms, onions, garlic, and things like that. And for the insect eaters, make sure you're not getting them things from outside. Don't take bugs from outside. You never know what kind of pesticides or poisons they've potentially been exposed to. So that can usually cause issues if you do that. So we always recommend get your feeders from a local high quality source. That'll prevent any sort of headache with that. Another symptom that's often related to lethargic behavior would be anorexia. So an animal that suddenly stopped eating for no apparent reason. With snakes, this can occur on a little bit more frequent basis, especially with some ball pythons where we experience a fall or a wintertime seasonal anorexia. But for other animals like your lizards and tortoises and things like that, if they don't eat for several days, it can usually be a red flag to investigate things further. Be sure to check on your husbandry, and then once you've crossed everything there, if no avail, contact your local qualified exotic vet.